So, time for another deduction video. Today I'm going with a deduction story. I have a tip video in the works right now. I'm formatting it right now, trying to figure out how I'm going to format it. So today I just decided to go ahead with one of my deduction stories. This is a practical story, an application as to how a story as to how anyone can apply deduction to their everyday life. And it's just a skill that you can choose, anyone can choose to learn. And I hope to highlight that in this story. I was about 15 years old, and I was outside playing in the yard, and in the ditch I saw a wallet. I went down and I grabbed the wallet and I brought it inside, and I took everything out of the wallet and I laid it all out in front of me. And I looked through the wallet to see what I could find that might help me find the owner. In the wallet I found absolutely no ID, no credit card, no phone number, nothing like that would have told me the identification of the person who owned the wallet. So then how was I able to return the wallet to its owner in under 24 hours? The first piece of evidence that I found pertinent was the fact that the wallet appeared to be more like the kind of wallet that you would have found in a woman's handbag or purse. And additionally, there was a salon card for a local hair salon. These two pieces of evidence led me to believe that whoever owned the wallet was a woman who lived in the same town that I lived in. It wouldn't have been a local salon card if they lived in a neighboring city, and the balance of probability for having a salon card and someone who has a female wallet is obviously that they're female. Also, the fact that they have the salon card in their wallet indicates that they like to make an appointment ahead of time. They don't just drop in to get their hair done. So they probably live on a busy schedule. And they probably don't visit the salon frequently enough to just have the phone number memorized or in their phone programmed. That's enough from that's what I deduced from the salon card. The only other piece of pertinent evidence that I found in the wallet was a recent picture of a small young boy. Now, this young boy, the picture told me that we're looking at someone in the immediate family, so probably an older sister or the mother of the boy. Now, this is apparent because it's a recent picture. If we were looking at his aunt or his grandmother, for example, it would be more likely that the picture was an older picture, because they aren't in contact with the boy as frequently as the mother or older sister would be. Now, these two things were enough evidence for me to figure out who it belonged to, or at least be able to return it to who it belonged to. My options at this point were either visit the salon and see if they could tell me who was the mother or older sister of that little boy. Why wouldn't this have worked? Well, because if the woman who owned that card, that wallet, was on a busy schedule, I mean, she comes in not that frequently, and also at a salon, there are countless number of women who have however many children. Whoever worked at the salon would not be able to tell me, based simply on the picture of the boy, who that parent was. It's likely that she never even brought her boy into the salon with her. So that wouldn't work. How else could I figure out who the wallet belonged to? My other option was to go to the local school. This worked for me because at school, I was able to show them the picture of the boy, and they were instantly able to identify who the boy belonged to, who the boy was. And from that, it was a piece of cake for me to figure out for me to be able to return the wallet to the mother of the boy. Because they knew who the boy was, they knew who his mother was, and it ended up that the wallet belonged to his mother. It was relatively simple when you think about it, but it was an event that could happen to anyone. Anyone could be walking down the street someday and find a wallet that's relatively empty and be able to, they'd be in a situation where they'd want to return the wallet. Okay, well, not everyone would want to return the wallet, but the point is, this could have happened to anyone, and anyone would have the ability, then, the option to return it to its owner. And with a knowledge of deduction, I was able to return it to the owner in under 24 hours. So that's why I wanted to highlight this story today, because it actually had an application. A lesson that goes with it is that you don't have to be a detective, you don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to need deduction. Deduction is just a skill. You don't have to be a doctor to know about medicine. You don't have to be a scientist to know about science. You don't have to be a detective to know about deduction. If you learn to use it, it's just like any other skill. You can use it to solve problems in your everyday life. And that's why I find it important to highlight the practical applications of deduction. And that's what my channel is all about. So, I do have other videos coming up soon, but that's it for today. My tip video might be out tomorrow if I have a little bit of time. I'm not entirely sure. If not, it will be sometime next week when I have a day off. Until then, stay tuned. Deduction content is on the way.